Okay, Canada. This is a sad day. Usually I do a lot of videos on the seal hunt, and because I tried to stay local, I want to, clean up my own backyard before I go, protesting all kinds of other, issues in the world because there are so many issues in the world. But this oil spill in the Gulf affects everyone. It doesn't just affect the communities or the fisheries or, the animals. And I saw these pictures on CBC today, and I literally broke down and started crying, and all I wanted to do was scream. I wanted to scream at somebody, and I'm like, who do I scream at for this? Like, they've destroyed our oceans. Like, that's not just that area that's affected. Like, that's everyone. That's your ocean just as much as it is theirs. We only have one planet here, and it is 70% water. And if anyone thinks that we can just fuck with it and get away with it and still live on this beautiful planet, they're wrong. They're dead wrong. We depend on the oceans for our survival, and this is just like incredibly sad. And what pissed me off even more, sorry about the sea lions going off in the background there. What pisses me off even more is that CBC, instead of covering more and more on this oil spill, like it's been 47 days and they still have really gotten nowhere on the cleanup process, and it is still spewing like tons and tons of oil into the oceans. And I don't get why CBC spends so much time covering the FIFA and World Cup and, whatever. I understand that all the world is getting together and everyone likes soccer and football, whatever you want to call it. But this is way more important. And I don't know why they're not covering the fact that BP plans to drill 3 offshore oil wells in our oceans, in the Arctic, off the East Coast. I'm not sure about the West Coast. I'd have to look more into it, but I've definitely heard about the Arctic and the East Coast. And BP doesn't, they don't plan on doing the same. They plan on just drilling, no relief wells. They say they don't have time. But you know what, Canada? It's up to you to say something. You got to tell your MPs, you got to tell the government, you got to vote, you got to get active, you got to do something. Because if we don't do anything, our children and our grandchildren are going to look at us and they're going to say, what the fuck? Why did you put up with this? Why are you not taking a stand when you can clearly see that these big oil corporations are just fucking up your planet, and it's the only planet? And I just refuse to sit silent and watch it happen. And I refuse to watch about the stupid World Cup and not get footage and more information about what they're doing to try and fix this problem. Like, I burst into tears, and all I wanted to do, like I said, was scream my full face off when I saw those pictures today of the birds and the wildlife, the turtles, everything just covered in oil. I don't know how we can live with ourselves. It's a sad day. It's been a sad 47 days. And it needs to be stopped. And we can't let them do this in Canada. We have icebergs here. This is crazy. Thanks, Canada.